Today, we're going to unpack a super useful but maybe a little overlooked guide called Annex C from ISO 10009. It's built to answer a really common question. With all the quality tools out there, how in the world do you pick the right one for what you need? Let's get into it.
You've been there, right? You've got a problem to solve, a process to improve, and suddenly you're just drowning in this alphabet soup of tools. SOWT, FMEA, Kaizen, Six Sigma. It's totally overwhelming. And picking the wrong one, it's not just a headache, it's a huge waste of time and energy.
But what if you had a map? Well, that's exactly what Annex C is. Seriously, think of it less like a boring technical document and more like a practical, easy-to-use decision guide. It lays out everything you need to know about each tool so you can make a smart choice every single time.
So how do we start reading this map? The key, the absolute most important column to look at first, is the level of capability. Think of this as your first big filter. It tells you, straight up, what it's going to take to actually use a tool and use it well. The guide makes this super simple with a 3-tier system. See 1 star? That means you can pretty much just read the instructions and get going. 2 stars? Okay, that signals you'll need some real training. And 3 stars? Well, that's the expert tier. We're talking longer courses and some serious hands-on practice. All right, let's jump in with the first category, the Level 1 tools. These are the ones with just 1 star. This is your starter toolkit, full of things that pretty much anyone on your team can start using right away.
And you'll probably recognize a lot of these. We've got SWOT for strategy, flowcharts for planning, and the classic 5 whys for getting to the root of a problem. You can see the table says they're all easy to apply, no special certification needed, just a clear problem to solve and you're good to go.
So the bottom line here is simple. If you're looking for a quick win or trying to get your whole team thinking about quality, this is absolutely where you start. These tools give you a ton of value and they're super easy to get into. Now let's move on up to Level 2. These are the tools with 2 stars. These are going to give you more powerful, more specialized results, but they also ask a little more of you. And by that, I mean training. Here you'll find things like PESTLE for looking at the bigger strategic picture, or value stream mapping, that's VSM, for trimming waste out of a process. You'll notice the effort to apply now says medium. You're not going to master these in an afternoon, but with the right training, they can unlock a whole new level of understanding for you. And now for the heavy hitters, Level 3. These are the 3-star tools, and they're not just tools, they are entire methodologies. These are not for a casual Tuesday meeting. They're for tackling really complex, deep-rooted issues, and they require a real investment in learning.
Yeah, we're talking about massive frameworks like Six Sigma or total quality management. And you'll see tools like FMEA, which is for deep risk assessment, and the effort level is often difficult. These demand a huge commitment, for sure, but when they're used right, their power to totally transform how you do business is just incredible.
Okay, so you've used the capability level to filter down your options. You know which tools your team can handle. But how do you pick from the ones that are left? Well, that's where the other columns in Annex C really shine.
Remember, that difficulty level is just your first cut. The real magic happens when you match the tool to the job. Are you working on a 5-year strategy or just trying to organize the supply closet? Is this something one person can do, or do you need the whole team? The table tells you all of this at a glance.
Let's make this super practical. Say your team needs a simple, Level 1 tool. Both SWOT and the 5 whys fit the bill, but they do totally different things. Are you planning for the next quarter? You need SWOT. Trying to figure out why the server keeps crashing? That's a job for the 5 whys. See, that area of use column is the perfect tiebreaker.
And that's really the secret sauce to all of this. It's a balancing act. You don't want to use a sledgehammer to crack a nut, right? So don't bring a hugely complex tool to a simple problem. And on the flip side, don't try to solve a massive issue with a quick brainstorm. This guide helps you find that perfect sweet spot.
So to wrap it all up, here's your game plan. First, always start with the capability level. What can you and your team actually do right now? Second, narrow it down with the area of use to fit your exact problem. And finally, check if it's a solo task or a group effort. If you follow these steps, Annex C takes this really confusing choice and makes it simple and logical.
So there you have it. The map is in your hands. This guide completely demystifies the world of quality tools and gives you the confidence to pick the right one for any challenge. So take another look at those Level 1 tools we talked about. Which one are you going to try out this week?